Okay, guys, so I'm gonna head straight back into the presentation. Obviously, in the chat box, only write in your questions or share your experiences, and as we go along, I shall be going through all of those. Yeah. So I've got quite a few new guys in the room. Who obviously don't know much about me or bindalFX, so a very quick introduction. As I say, I've been trading for nearly 40 years. My background is accountancy, and through that I got into financial markets. Quick risk warning, it should be understood that trading involves high risk. If you look at most broker websites, you will see the sort of statistics are between 70 to 85% losing money. Okay, I have seen some websites, some broker website with nearly 92%. I've yet to see any broker website with less than 50%. Okay, so this goes on to show that a lot of people lose money. And one of the reasons they lose money is lack of mental fitness, lack of having an edge, lack of trading plan. Okay. Topics today I'm going to cover how to spot a 1, 2, 3. I'll talk about the Bindle system, the pivots, how to look at the low risk, high probability trade, how to change trade bias, you know, from short to long, long to short. Yeah, never be attached to a specific trade direction. We don't care whether the market goes up or the market goes down. Okay, trade management, cut the losses, but more importantly, let the winners run. Trade management, look at your trade size. I mean, the last 3 weeks I've been going through amazing number of trader success stories with guys who have taken a very small account to a massive account, with guys who have literally decided to pack up their full-time jobs. Why? Because they are making a lot of money. But equally at the same time, I got guys who have blown their accounts. Literally, they've blown their accounts. Why? Because they have not listened to the system, right? The system saying buy, but they are selling, okay? And if they sell and the market's going up, up and up, and they think, no, it's gone too high, it's gonna crash, they keep selling again. The market goes up, 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 and up, and they keep selling. In the end, it becomes too much, and they decide to come out because the loss is massive, and as soon as they come out, the market crashes. So trade management is the key, and that's what we do at bindalFX. We hold your hand, we guide you with the system, we guide you with the trading plan. We give you the edge, we give you the system. If you're not doing what you should be doing, we try and hold your hand and work on your mental fitness, work on your psychology, work on how to program your subconscious mind, okay? We look at how we can combine fundamental with technical analysis, as I say, psychology, mental fitness, and the new Bindle indicator for swing trading. Very briefly about me, started in accountancy, British Airways, then became a financial advisor, looking at high net worth clients, author of a book, Forex Mastery, A Child's Play. I've devised the Bindle Momentum 1, 2, 3 indicator. As you can see, very simple to follow. No rocket science. When everything up here is green, the trigger line is green, you buy. When the trigger line goes to red, you're looking for shorts and looking for confluences of indicators, right? So just on that one chart, you got prices going up, looking for a long meaning buy, prices going down, short meaning you are looking to sell. Overanalysis creates paralysis of the mind. Success in trading, keep it simple, stupid. KISS principle, right? You do not need to overcomplicate matters. These are the sort of charts which amateurs look at, right? Is there any way you can trade it? No, you can't. It is so difficult. Yes, in the good old days in the 1980s, right? This is something which I used to look at. Obviously, those days, the charts were not as sophisticated as this, okay? It was quite tough, and often I was developing my own charting software using Excel. But anyway, the same chart here, looking at the bindalFX system, right? Look at it, so clean and so easy, giving you sell signals, right? So this was the before, okay? This is what I'm looking at. This was the before, this is the after. Easy? Child's play? Complicated? No, that's the before. And that's the after. It is that easy and it is that simple. Yeah. We also give out live broadcasts. Again, this is something very few trading educators out there do it. So examples of here, these are real stuff which I've covered in my live trading room, as I said, not so long ago. Here again, like I say, at 1330, GBP JPY, watch list for shorts, GBP USD, watch list for shorts. This was Euro Aussie Dollar, right? And here, as you can see, at 1324, watch list, 1338, I said, get ready to pounce, okay? Now, experienced and graduate members who understand the system, they don't need this broadcast. They're in there for maybe a month or two. After some time, they are using the system. So anyway, we do have this broadcast to hold your hand and guide you, right? Initially, you would need that time and the guidance to help you as you go along, yeah? I do live trading with brokers. This is an example of a live trading session I'd done at Finacle Bank, okay? I had about 60 people, so it's a live in-person seminar where people can watch me trade real money. I do live trading seminars worldwide. I've done seminars in USA, in Canada, of course, many here in England. I've done in Mauritius, Dubai, Switzerland, Italy, Budapest, India, and quite a few other places. The only places I've not been to is the Pacific area, and that is something which I hopefully plan to do in the coming years. So yeah, if anybody in Singapore, Australia want to meet up with me, then yes, do drop me an email. From what you see here, some of the guys here, they've actually gone on and become money managers. Some of the guys packed up their full-time jobs and they do trading for themselves. Yeah, so this is a very powerful, lucrative business. This is live trading signals, which my son Bhavesh gives out. Again, here is to help out, especially the newbies. Initially, they would be struggling with when to pull the trigger, i.e. when to buy, when to sell. So this is something we started very recently. And as you can see, we itemize each and every trades. Do we have losing trades? Yes, as you can see, lots of losing trades. But what do you see here in terms of wins against the losers? The wins are massive, the losers are small, okay? So the losers are small. So the key is we manage the risks. As I said, this is done by Bhavesh, my son, and his this little kid here obviously is grown up now. I think this was when he was around 20 years. This was a seminar we did in Toronto. And he started trading when he was just after he hit his 12th birthday, okay? Fully qualified chartered accountant, and now he's a full-time trader, okay? more trading examples using the system. Again here, this was German DAX. Everything in sync, you buy, and that's a massive profit. Does it work on anything, or is it just Forex or indices? No, so long as you got the data feed, it'll work on anything. Yeah, so this is Bitcoin, 1800 pips. This is Apple Computers, 500 pips. Yeah. Okay, so time for some live chart analysis, and later on I'll come back to this presentation, and this is what I'll cover in terms of what the Bindle successful traders do. Okay, happy so far, guys? Okay, I'm just going to change the charts. Okay, right. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the charts. Raise your hands if you can see the charts. Don't write anything in the Q&A because I just want to make sure I don't lose any of your questions. Okay. Veronica, she says she can't see. I don't know. Everybody can see, Veronica. I think you seem to be the only one having issues. Okay. Suggest you logging out. Okay. All right. So here I'm just going to look at around half a dozen charts and see how easy this is, right? It's not at all complicated, right? So, for example, this is GBP USD cable, meaning British pound against the US dollar, right? So here we have got two trading systems within this chart, right? The first is the arrows which you see, right? These are what you call Bindle Alert. So a signal comes in as soon as you get a potential trade setup, right? I do have many traders. They don't have time to sit and analyze the chart and weed out a potential bad trade. Obviously, as soon as the arrow comes in, you need to apply a couple of filters, right? And we teach you in this trading course. And once you apply those filters, you can weed out a potential losing trade, okay? But I still have a lot of traders. What they have is they've got the indicators on the VPS server, and as soon as a signal comes in, arrow comes in, it gives out an alert on their mobile phone, and they literally take the trade, okay? But the key here is that the losses or the risk is little, often risking 1 to make 3. So you need, even if you were to lose 50% of trades, okay, even if you lost 50% of trades, you will still make a lot of money, yes? Now, if we just have a quick look at this, that's a winning trade, that's a losing trade. Now, this indicator does not repaint, right? It is as it is. Whatever you see is the signal issue. This would have been a losing trade, okay, very small loss. This would be a mega win, a small win, losing trade, big win, and just at the close of play, it issued another signal there. But the key point here is the second is, this is the new indicator which I've just launched this week, okay? And it's called swing, but as you can see, I'm using a 5-minute chart, right? Now, when B2 changes color, right, that is when you want to be looking to get in. So when B2 changes color, This is when you are looking to get in, and you don't really want to get out till that changes, or you have got some confluences of indicators in sense of reversal signals. Again, this is something which we teach. Yeah. So here, as you can see, I had a color change around here. Okay, so basically a trade taken in there, right? And the signal is still long, right? And that's been worth 150 pips. The signal is still long. Can you get in here when everything is green? Of course you can, but the best ones will be when the color changes, okay? When the color changes. Aggressively you can get in when B1 changes color, but when both of them are same color, that's gonna be a fantastic signal when both of them are the same color, okay? Euro, Aussie dollar, this is one I've actually covered a lot in my live trading room, okay? Now, look at this. This is again just this week, okay? Just a few days ago, you had a lot of confluences of indicators. So let's say, supposing if we look here, right? Okay, change color there, okay? Change color there. So if we look at this one here, there are some confluences. I also have the arrows going up, right? So this was a small win, 84 pips, okay? 84 pips. So your TP1 would have been banked, which is take profit 1, okay? Take profit 1 would have been banked, and your TP2 would have been stopped out. Always the first arrow is always the best one. The subsequent arrows are ideal to add to a winning position, okay? And then guess what? Another 6th of April, I have a new signal, a change of color, and I've got confluences of indicators. So I got both of them are red. I've got the trigger line, which has changed from green to red to green, and now it's red again. So when it is red, you're looking to sell. When it is green, you're looking to buy. As simple as that, yeah? And when you get the down arrow, again, that's one more reasons. And of course, you have all these pivot points there. They are basically based on price action. So because this is a historical chart, at this time around 6, you know, chances are the green pivot would have been somewhere here, okay? These pivots act on as a very, very, very powerful support and resistances, yeah? So look at that, that is still red, okay? 3 days on, still red. And what has been the pip count so far? That is 750 pips, okay? 750 pips. So if you had just taken like a £1 spread bet, that's worth 750 pounds, okay? 750 pounds out of just one trade. Supposing you did a £10 trade, that is 7,500 pounds, okay? Do you get opportunities again and again? Yes, you do. Look at that. That's another opportunity. That's your third opportunity, and so on. This was a small up trade here, again, based on this long signal there, but the longer term is still red. So how does one trade this? Okay, your swing trade, you can let it run, and then you can use this as an intraday and milk money on the prices going up, and then reinvest those winnings back onto the trade. And look at that, absolutely spot on, a down arrow, down, and so on, yeah? And again here, if you look at it, this was something which again I'd covered in my live room as well, and that was just under 500 pips. This was here yesterday. Again, I'd covered it in my broadcast, is again, but just, yeah, over 200 pips. And here we were looking at a pivots, right? So this pivot wasn't far out, right? And if it gets above here, I'm looking for longs. If it's below that, I'm looking for shorts, as simple as that. Often I say to my members, look, I don't give a damn if the prices goes up or prices goes down. I don't care, so long as it moves. If it moves, I got a system in place and I take on a trade, yeah? So again here, see how the color changes from red to green, and then both of them are red. And as I said earlier on, when both are red, often it is a mega move. Okay, we'll just go through some more examples here. Again, this was, I mean, some of you may recollect this because the data is all very fresh, right? So here again, we look at it. This was issued yesterday, right? Both same color, right? And down she goes. This is USD JPY, Japanese yen, yeah? This is US 30. Wow, what a fantastic trade setup it has been. You see the B2 has been long for quite some time. A big pullback, but that is still down. You could use that for your intraday. And then if you had missed those opportunities, gives you an opportunity to get back in again, yeah? See, this one here, intraday, okay, this would have been a losing trade. See, it's a very small loss, yeah? So you should be able to take on those losses, right? Take those small losses and let the winners run. Take the small loss and let the winners run. Now look at here, both of them same color, and what you see there is a massive win, right? 13,000 pips. It is still here, 1,300. Okay, 1,300, which is big. So just £1 is worth 1,300. 10 pounds is 13,000, right? Okay. Then we go over on to Aussie dollar. Again, this was something which I'd actually covered in my room, and this was a signal which I'd actually given in my trade broadcast. I think it was here, follow up here as well, right? I had quite a few traders take this trade, and many of them had banked massive. And again, as you can see here, both the lines are the same. The key is when both are the same, right? It is really good. And also when B2 changes color, right? You can easily scroll back on. Can you see that? When it changes color, right? That's when you want to get in. Obviously, if you miss that, you will get lots and lots of opportunities. This is gold. Again, this is something which I've been covering a lot in my live trade room. Okay, another fantastic signal there. Changes color, both of them exactly the same. And what you see there, right, this is just under 500 pips there. Okay, just under 500 pips. So this basically is the bindalFX system, and what I've really shown you is our new Bindle momentum swing indicator. You just have got two lines there at the bottom, right? So you are using this on a 5-minute. You can even use it on a 1-minute chart, right? Or on a 15-minute chart, right? So here you go. This is on a 1-minute chart, right? There you go. See, that's when the line came in. That's your entry there, and it is still up, still going strong, right? And yeah, so using the lower time frames, right, to fine tune the entry, so you get a better price as you go along. Yeah. Okay. So that's the end of the presentation on the chart. So are there any questions as far as the charts are concerned? If so, do fire away. I'll just wait for you guys to key in your questions before I move back onto the PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, do fire away with any questions you may have. Okay, Bina, what are the FX fundamentals a beginner must know before placing a trade on a live system? Okay, right. I am basically focusing everything on price action. Okay, price action, price action, price action. Okay, now I personally do not trade fundamentals. Right? There are so many trading educators out there. There are so many people doing live trades. For example, when non-farm payrolls come in. But you know what? This is where amateurs jump in. They like that excitement of, those long candles. And me personally, and I've been trading for nearly 40 years. I've learned my lessons, and during that time, I keep away, right? I keep away. Do I have any positions open during the fundamentals? Yes, I do, but these are swing trading ones, okay? These are swing trading ones. So let's say, for example, this was a swing trading, and during that time here, you had news on Euro, you had news on Aussie, right? And often, the fundamental news tends to go or be in sync or aligned with what the system is telling you, right? But I will not trade a fundamental news immediately after or before, okay? I'm not at all interested in the reasons. Now, if you were to look at most financial websites and news reporting, say, for example, non-farm payrolls, month 1, month 2, figures are identical, but month 1, you could see it go up massively. Month 2, it could go down. Figures are identical. Why? The reason there is the sentiment, isn't it? Is the sentiment, it's the demand and supply, and how did the traders perceive things? Now, look, can you trade off just by watching Bloomberg? No, you can't. You see, you're a retail trader, okay? All those so-called experts have already acted on it. Now, you know what? When they act on it, the amateurs get sucked in, and after the amateurs get sucked in, they get in at the wrong time. See, the data on all the broker websites, 80%, 90% lose money, isn't it? So they are getting sucked in. And then guess what? When it becomes too much, they come out. When they come out, there is a pullback, there is a retracement. Got it? And that's when bindalFX members get in, right? That's when we get in. And again, that is all explained in our trading system. So Bina, yes, fundamentals, keep an eye on what time it is. But look, me personally, don't focus. So just because I don't focus doesn't mean it doesn't work, right? I've just found an easy way. I'm not going to bother about the reasons why XYZ happened, okay? All I'm really bothered is the price action and my system, okay? I hope that helps you. Okay, Rajdev, I'm not as well. Sorry, that doesn't tell me much. If you can expand on that. Okay, Veronica again. Can't see it. I'll log in again, fine. Okay, Ashwin. Yeah, I mean, everything would have been emailed, but yeah, if I mean, this is talking about the 7-day awakening course, but if anybody hasn't seen it, send me an email or my back office Pooja an email, and we'll send you the link on how to subscribe to that. Okay, actually, I will show it up here in a minute. Okay, I'll show that in a minute, okay? Okay, will I be coming to Mauritius? Yes, I would love to. I was there 3 years ago. Had a really, really fantastic time. Okay, I'd never been to Mauritius before, and was fantastic. Yeah, I did train a group of traders. Was good. So yeah, if you're interested, look, I'm happy to come. You know, just arrange for a group of traders, and I shall be on the flight to Mauritius as soon as this lockdown's over and done with, okay? Okay, for long-term, which time frame you look at, George? Okay, now see, with that new software, you don't need to look at monthly, weekly, 4-hourly, right? The software is doing all the analysis. Now see, one of the charts I actually showed you earlier on, the more analysis you do, what's happening to the mind? Overanalysis creates that paralysis of the mind, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So the less analysis you do, the better it is, right? The more you focus on only 2 or most 3, I would say 2 time frames, right? That would be fine. So here, for example, right, this was you just using that 5-minute chart. I could easily look at, say, a 15-minute chart. There you go, right? A signal's issued on that 15-minute as well, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. But you don't need to go on the higher time frame. But again, I'm sharing my experience, what has worked for me, right? Not to say that a daily, monthly, 4-hourly is crap. No. Okay. If it works for you, good luck. But I have, in this 40 years, devised a system where I can utilize the lower time frame, right? But for price action, for 1, 2, 3s, look at your 4-hourly charts, daily charts, yeah, plotting your support and resistances, and that will really help you. Okay, George? Veronica, finally, we got you. Now I can see it. Welcome. Okay, what about the EA? Okay, this is that EA, which I'm working on at the moment, right? So you see, for example, when it issues this signals, right? So the bindalFX is semi-automated. I would say 90% automated, 10% you need to apply the filters. Okay, so let's look at this one here. If you took the trades blindly whenever the arrows came, okay, TP1 banked, right? Okay, let's start from here. TP1 banked, right? The first arrows is always good. TP1 banked, this is best to add in, but supposing you didn't take that, this would be a losing trade. Okay, a mega win, win. TP1 bank, TP2 would have been stopped up. Then a winner, loser. Okay, but look, it's a very small loss there. Okay, sorry, so this would be a loss if you only acted on the arrows, right? But when you add the filters and look at confluences of indicators, then what happens, some of these losing trades, you will not take it. Yeah. So right now I'm actually trying to get an EA to do all that so that I don't have to do this manual filtering. Yeah. So I'm working on the EA. For guys who are new, EA is an expert advisor which works on MT4 platform, and basically just bung it onto your server and it'll just do the trades there. Yeah. Okay, Len, stops. Stops, generally we use the pivots and the trigger. Okay, we use the trigger and the pivots for stops. And your 1, 2, 3 setups, again, this is taught on the course. So for example, let's say if a trade's taken here, right, you are not going to come out until this changes color. And because it's a swing trade, you would really want to see this on following the trigger or trail the trigger. If you had it very close to the trigger, then here you get stopped out. Okay. Often I'm looking at, say, if I took the entry on a 5-minute, I really want to follow the 15-minute trigger. For swing trading, I really need to follow the 15-minute trigger and look at that. I'm still in that trade. You would have been stopped out if you had the stops very close, but it should be a fair distance away. Yeah, so you'll still be in that trade. Okay. Okay, Joy. With the swing trading, do you enter looking at 1 minute, 1, 2, 3 bob, and enter the trade on a breakup? Yeah, I mean, obviously, most of the system will be pretty similar to the current Bindle momentum indicator. All this is that, you see, one of the thing is that I have a lot of members who are not full-time traders, right? And what they're really looking at is they're looking to get in, and it's a case of buy and hold and sell and hold. They're not really interested in, 20 pips, 50 pips, 70 pips. They want that mega winners. For example, some of the trades which Bhavesh had done in his broadcast, like 300 pips and so on, right? They really want big, big, big ones. And they want to let the winners run or trade run, not for 2-3 hours, but for 2-3 days, right? So if you look at that, that's about 3 days or so, and still going strong, right? But the key is to get in when the color changes. And yes, often what will happen is when you get the arrow, when the color changes, 90% of the time, you will have the 1, 2, 3. You will have the arrows. If you've got time, look for a break of 2 to 3. Look for Bob. Okay, but if you don't, no big deal, because your stops will be at 0.1. Okay, so the starting point here, say you took a trade here, the starting point is stop loss would be at the 0.1. That's your 0.1, 2, and 0.3. Okay, stop is around there, and then you would be trailing it all along. Okay, Joy. Okay, Veronica, how do you manage to exit on swing? Okay, fine. I think I've covered that. Yes. Yes. So you don't have to analyze anything. Absolutely, you're right. There's very little analysis here. Okay, but as I said earlier on, is if you were to if you have time, and if you apply a couple of filters which we use for our intraday trading, then you can really fine tune that entry. You can get up that 15, 20, 30 pips extra. Okay. Nailesh, hi, good afternoon. Where would you put your stop loss? Okay, I think I've covered that. Yeah. Okay, Raj, what is the green and red line? These are the unique Bindle pivot points, okay? I got 4 pivot points, right? And you got the red, the green, the yellow, the magenta. On this screen, you can only see these 2. These are the unique proprietary bindalFX pivot points, and they act on as a support and resistance, right? Melvin, hi Melvin, good afternoon, hope you're well. Can you trade just on B2? Absolutely, yeah. You just trade on that B2, and yes, it will require bigger stops, which I suggested based on your 1, 2, 3s, based on the pivots, based on the trigger line, okay? But the profits would be monstrous, okay? The profits would be monstrous. Shall we put a stop loss on? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. You got to put the stop loss on the swing trade, Imran. Okay. Right. I was just talking to a trader this morning. I think she's in the room. I won't mention the name, and says, yeah, one day I made 3,500 pounds. Okay. And the next day I lost 5,000 pounds. Why? Because I didn't put a stop loss in. Okay. Okay. That's just one example, but I had another example. Last week, I had one guy banking 10,000. And then the next few days is losing 100,000. Okay, yes, 100,000. Why? Not following the system, right? I think he was trading the US 30. Okay, and say for example here, taken a short trade, right? Fine, you probably banked your TP1. The signal reverses, refusing to cut that loss. Had he just exited here, it would have been a break-even trade, isn't it? Yeah. Price goes up and it starts to come down. Now it says, oh, I think this is going to crash. So guess what? The signal is long, but he's going against the rules. He's going against the system. This is self-sabotage. This is self-sabotage, okay? And shorts gets a bit excited, right? Gets below trigger, and the damn thing goes up, up, and up, keeps adding, and in the end, finally exits, okay? Again, this is another example here. This is, again, a trader. I'd actually shared my analysis on this particular trader with my group. Now, this was, again, this was this week, okay? And I'd given out the alert on my live broadcast, Aussie dollar, look for longs, and finally when the trade's taken, right? So the trader takes the trade, exits here. I'm gonna zoom this a bit so you could actually see it clearly, okay? And this is real life, and that is what we do, is we hold traders' hands, right? Taken a trade here, okay, and then guess what? Exits on this candle, and not only exits, but goes short. This is self-sabotage, right? And comes out. Tail, you see a red candle, takes a short. And right throughout the day, what he did was quick in, out, in, out, in, out, did zillions of trades. Again, nothing wrong in doing zillions of trades. Don't misunderstand me. When I'm trading my 1 minute and 12-second charts, believe me, I have done hundreds. I've even done closer to 1,000 trades, again, with the help of my EA. 1,000 trades. I don't care how much money the broker's gonna make. That would be half a pip, 1 pip, 2 pip. I'm not at all interested what he does. I'm interested in what I do, right? So don't misunderstand me. Nothing wrong in doing zillion trades, but those zillion trades, there must be a reason why you trade. In this particular trade, I told the trader, look, had you just stayed on, you'd have made bloody lot of money, okay? Which he didn't. Guess what? There was a massive loss, you know, trying to go short just because you got few red candles, go short because you get few red candles. All this is excitement. No, this is a business, okay? So if you treat it as a business, right, you will do well, okay? Paul, so there are two systems. Yes, I mean, I got a scalping system, right, which is what you have, and this is a swing trading, okay? So obviously, if you are a scalper and you want to just stay in and forget it, then, you know, just carry on doing what you are doing, right? But if you really want to have few trades, you know, for example, okay, this was like an intra, I think, Paul, okay, you were in the room from memory, Paul, okay? So this was an intraday signal, but it also was a swing trade signal as well, yeah? Okay, do we go by the, absolutely, yes. You just go by the indicators and 9 out of 10, it's gonna work pretty well, yeah? Okay, Bina, could you please show the candlestick much bigger and show us how to read the indic? Okay, I've got some videos on this. I'm gonna send those videos to you, right? Okay, previously the BMI, which is the Bindle Momentum Indicator, had the time attached to it. In the new indicators, the time is of no consequence, absolutely, right? The time is of no consequence because I'm looking at not the time, I'm now looking at the price action, okay? The arrow indicators is intraday, right? So here is, this is an intraday indicator, okay? But equal at the same time, some of you members, they will have a swing trading one here as well, right? So for example, when I look at the intraday, okay, what I have, the visualization, I'm only looking at M1 and M5. Okay, intraday, I don't need to look at any of the other time frames, okay? For swing trading is, I'm looking at the higher time frames, yeah? If I get the swing system, do I keep the original? Of course you do, because you already have got the license with the original system. So yes, you can keep that original system. It's yours to keep. What is the implication of indicators on the news? Okay, so as I said earlier on, that vast majority of the times, obviously, say supposing, let's say for example here, if a system issues a signal, say 30 minutes before a major news, then you won't take it, right? But let's say supposing you were long here, and as we went by, like you see some of the, like on Aussie, there was news, wasn't there? This was news, right? So those of you who will look at it, this was news, right? But if you're already in there, right, so long as you didn't take the trade within that half an hour or so, but if you are heavily into profit, stay in. Again, the key is so long as the risk management is there, right? So long as the risk management is there, i.e., you're not risking 20% of the account, right? If you're risking within that 2%, of course, I've got graduate members, they risk 5%. I personally, sometimes I risk 5%. Sometimes if I got a big profit buffer, I've risked 10%, okay? But that is on a big profit buffer. So imagine if somebody is risking 5%, they need 20 consecutive trades to be wiped out, okay? So you got to be consistent with the trades. A good example is when I showed you that spreadsheet on our swing trading, right? A real example, trade 1, trade 2, trade 3, profit, right? 100, 300 pip, 100 pips, right? Trade 4, trade 5, trade 6, loss. Trader A, he didn't take the trade 1, didn't take trade 2, didn't take trade 3. Guess what? Really piles in like hell on trade 4, which was a loser. Piles in on trade 5, which was a loser, right? Really piled in. Why? Because he had missed out. Again, this is mental fitness. This is psychology. But had the trader just risked at 2%, that loss would not have been an issue, okay? Last week, we had the 7-hour trade marathon. I had few members, not one, not two, but few members, right? In the morning, I had actually given out a live trade alert on gold. Live trade alert on gold, which was a mega winner. In the afternoon, in the live webinar, a sell signal came, and we took the trade. Some traders did not take the gold signal in the morning. Some traders took the signal in the afternoon, which was a losing trade, right? Now, we came out with a small loss, and then there was another powerful signal subsequently. From memory, we had a very nice resistance at the yellow pivot, a 1, 2, 3, and majority took the trades. The guys who didn't take the morning signal, but took, which was the winning one, mega win, took the losing trade in the afternoon. Now they didn't have the confidence, okay? They didn't have the confidence. Again, the psychology, mental fitness comes in. So you see, you don't pick and choose. You take every damn trade. Yeah, okay? So I hope that answers you. Okay, is the webinar going to be recorded? I have an emergency. Go to okay. I shall, if you're still in the room, I will, I think it is being recorded. I don't know whether, yeah, I think it's being recorded. Okay, so if it is, I will send you the recording. Okay. Okay, yes, so yeah, this system here is different from the previous Bindle momentum. So as you can see here, it's the Bindle momentum swing, okay? How do you decide on TP1 and TP2? Again, we will try and help you in our tutorials, yeah? Absolutely. What if I take an arrow signal only when B2 changes color and stay in till the, absolutely, look, I mean, that's going to be fantastic, because see that is confluences of indicators. So see, it changes color, you got the arrow, haven't you, right? So there you go. Okay, this is a mega winner, isn't it? Yeah. So arrow comes in here. Okay, that's 180 pips there, isn't there? Okay, the one which I really love it, right? I really, Aussie, I mean, Euro, Aussie dollar, that's my favorite currency. Gbp New Zealand is another one. Look at that. Arrow comes in, you take the trade, and down she goes. Okay, so say you took a trade here on the arrow, okay, 470 pips there, okay, there you go. See, B2 changes color, arrow, okay, right, that was worth 700, but say supposing you get stopped out here, okay, that's still a lot of pips there. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Okay, how do you find the peak before buying and selling? Najib, the system's doing all the work. You see, the less thinking you do, the better it is, okay? Less thinking you do, the better it is. Less analysis you do, the better it is. But yeah, you got to do your basic analysis, i.e. your 1, 2, 3s, and then so on. So always look for those confluences of indicators, yeah? Would I trail stops on swing? If so, how many pips? No. Yes, I think I answered that question earlier on, but how many pips? Look, don't go by pips, okay? Because a 20 pip on, say, euro dollar would be okay, but a 20 pip on gold will not be okay. A 20 pip on euro Aussie dollar will not be okay. A 20 pip on Gbp New Zealand will not be okay. A 20 pip on US 30 will not be okay. Forget 20p on US 30, 100 pip on US 30 will not be okay under the current price action, right? So don't go by number of pips, okay? Look at the price action, yeah? Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Okay, trail stop. Okay, I think I've answered that. What will be the starting account? Look, everybody is different, okay? Everybody is different, but generally, look, ideally, you really want to have around £2,000 in your account. Yeah, 5,000 would be nice. 10,000 would be good. Okay, I got guys who have got a $250,000 account. I got guys who got £250 account, right? So obviously, if you have got like a £500 account, obviously you're doing micro lots, yeah? How do you distinguish a retracement for a minor pause so that you decide whether to take TP1 and avoid leaving money on the table? Sometimes you hang on pause and price retraces by almost 90%. Again, just follow the system, right? Look, there will be retracement. Look, I mean, that is a retracement there, isn't it, right? So long as you are taking your TP1s, right? For TP2, you trail. Look, I've been trading 40 years. Can I forecast the market? No, I can't. I remember a few years ago, I was at the World Money Show at the QE2 Center in London. And, you know, you had half a dozen so-called gurus on the platform. And, you know, one of the questions which amateurs really love to ask, he says, on 31st of December, where do you think FTSE is going to be? And guess what? All the gurus on the stage had a precise answer. Some said 4,000, 5,000, 7,000, whatever. And I said, I don't give a damn. I'm not at all interested in forecasting. I really don't care where the FTSE is going to end on 31st of December. Whether it wants to go down to 2,000, I'm happy with it. Whether it goes up to 20,000, I'm happy with it. Yeah, the key is focus on the system, trail the stops, right? And for example, intraday, that gold trade which I was talking earlier on was short, long, short, long. You just go with the flow, follow the system, right? When you have taken your TP1, and yes, if it retraces by 90%, then you'll be stopped out. But it will be a stop profit, yes? If you have multiple accounts, can the system be loaded on all of them? Yes, it can. Accuracy of success, well, you have seen the accuracy of the success here, right? Is it recording? Yes, I think it is recording. I'm not too sure. Could it appear on MT4? Yes, look, the alerts are coming on MT4. Okay, George, yeah, you see, if you recall our emails to you, what I suggested to you is if you are busy, set those alerts to come out on your mobile phone, yeah, okay? Or you could put the system on VPS server. So obviously, say if you're out and about, the PC needs to be running at home or your office or whatever, yeah? Okay, and what you're really looking at is as soon as the error comes, you'll get the alert on your mobile phone. Yeah, so there you go. You got those errors. It comes on your thing. And yeah, I think I remember you sending an email to Pooja. You had done some fantastic trades on, was it CAD CHF? George from Greece. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Do you ever add to a trade? Yes. I mean, if you see a lot of my videos, then that's one of the things I always focus on is adding to the winners, adding to the winners, adding to the winners, right? The old momentum, yes, it will work, right? I think I've answered that, okay? Okay, I think I've answered lots of questions. Looks great system. Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to automate that. Okay, guys. So fine. So that's the questions all answered. So now I'm gonna stop share this and go back onto the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, guys. A few of you were asking about this 7-day course. Okay, you should raise your hands if you can see this web page. It's Genius 108. Okay, so raise your hands if you can see this web page. Okay, brilliant. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so it's genius108.com. Okay, this is a new setup which I started. Again, here I'm doing lots of videos based on my experience, right? Based on my experience, and I've been trading for nearly 40 years. And to succeed in trading, you need that mental fitness, right? You need that mental fitness. So again, here, I would say 90% of the stuff here is gonna be free. So it's the free Genius Awakening course. You got free videos, blog, Hill. Again, this documentary here, presentation is based on my real life experience. Yeah, so how one can heal any illness using the laws of manifestations, laws of the universe. But this is the free 7-day Genius Awakening course. So feel free to go into this website and as I say, type in your name and email address and get started now. Okay. How you can get this new indicator here. Again, it's forexmentor.net, swingalert.php. Do make a note of this. The cost is $1,999. Currently, it's a 12-month special offer. You only pay $999, okay? And you can trial it for 3 months. Existing gold and platinum members of bindalFX, okay? Existing members who have been on a one-to-one mentoring, they do not need to pay the $999. They just need to pay the $299. And yeah, you won't get 3 months, you'll get the 12 months, okay? Right, so that is okay. So now I'm going to go back onto the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, right, we're back onto the PowerPoint. Okay, are we done nearly there? Only last few things. Okay, here we're looking at Bindle successful traders. I think a lot of this stuff I've already covered it by way of the questions, you know, some really fantastic questions you guys have asked, okay? So thank you very much for that. And obviously when it is interactive, when you guys ask me a lot of questions, then yes, I enjoy it as well and I can help you, okay? So what are the bindalFX successful traders doing? They cut the losses, they let the winners run, okay? They cut the losses, they let the winners run, okay? They follow the trading plan with discipline. So which means that, look, once you get into a trade, don't come out unless the system's telling you to come out. Yeah, don't come out unless the system's telling you to come out. Okay, that is the key. Do not go short if the system is long. Do not think if the chart has gone up 1,000 pips, right, doesn't necessarily mean that you need to sell. Yeah, do not create a judgment. Okay, very important. Patience. Patiently wait for a low risk, high probability trade. Yeah, no expectation. Trade what you see, right? When you enter a trade, look, I'm not going to have like 50, 100, 200 pip trade. Look, that B2 could go on and on. So if we look at, like, for example, that Aussie dollar went on and on, gold went on and on, euro Aussie dollar went on and on. Yeah. So if you are going to come out early, you're going to miss those profits. Yeah. Focus on the system and not the money. This is what I teach my members. And you know what? Majority of them, as soon as they take the trade, they are not looking at the bottom line. The moment you start looking at the bottom line, what sort of emotions you get? You start getting that emotions of the fear, the greed, and so on. But focus on the process. When you focus on the process, right, you'll get it right. And if the process is right, what's going to happen? You're going to get, the bottom line is money, isn't it? Yeah. Mental toughness. I think I've covered a lot about mental toughness on your Q&A. Yeah. You decide, make your own trading decisions, right? This is what my members do. They're not at all interested in what those chat rooms are telling you. Half the time, those chat rooms, those forums are full of losers. They're full of, you know, they're just whinging, right? You want to avoid them. You want to avoid what the so-called experts are telling you on these financial websites and on the financial news. You got the power that within you, A, which is your mental fitness, and B, your trading system. You decide, okay? You are your biggest mentor. Learn from your losses. You see, this is what I did, right? When I got wiped out, what did I do? I went to see what could I have done differently, okay? How can you do that? You do the trading journals. When I look at my losing traders, do I have losing traders? Of course I do. I cannot say that, okay, 100% of my traders are winners or 90% are winners. But I can tell you one thing, that vast majority of my traders are winners because of all those things here, right? Because they learn from losses. But when I look at the losers, they do not learn from the losses. They do not do the trading journals. They do not ask for a one-to-one. Even when I chase them up, they said, okay, I'll call you back. I'll email you. They don't bother. And guess what? You will keep getting in terms of results, what you have always done. The winners, they do things differently. I've got guys, when we set them a task to do, guess what? On a Friday night, they don't go out clubbing. They go to bed early, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, they set the alarm. They wake up at 3 o'clock, they do their routines, and then meditation. After meditation, they do the tasks. And this is what makes a winner. The losers, they don't have time. They have the time to trade. They have the time to do 20 trades, 30 trades, 40 trades, 50 trades. And yes, believe me, I have seen such statements. And yes, from my members, I'm telling you, I do have, members who do lose month on month, year on year, right? They have the time to add money to the trading account, but they do not have the time to sharpen the saw. Do you understand? So you are your biggest mentor. Look, Jay Lakhani cannot teach you any damn thing, right? Jay Lakhani is only sharing his experience. Makes sense? At the end of the day, the guru, the teacher is there within you. Yeah? So this is what I talk about, trading journal. Invest in yourself. Very few people do that. The majority of bindalFX traders, they invest in themselves. When I say invest in yourself, doesn't necessarily mean investing in money. Go out and buy this system, buy this book, and buy this so-called edge you may have the market. Investing in self can even be not spending a single penny. Invest in yourself may mean that you are in the flow. And again, if you look at the free 7-day awakening course, I'm actually talking about how to get into a flow state, right? Very, very, very important that you get into that flow state. And when you're in that flow state, you will win, as simple as that. Yeah. So you really got to invest. You read books, right? Read tutorials. But again, no point in going onto the internet and YouTube. There are billions of stuff out there. Billions of stuff out there. The key point is you got to have the right knowledge, right? The right knowledge. Okay. Focus on that. Invest in yourself, and I tell you what, there's absolutely no way you can lose money. Okay? Yes, we will have losers, but they are the ones who will not be following the system. Okay, guys, that's me done. I think I have answered lots of questions. Okay, so you don't need to fork out that. But see, is like what you get with us is also the live trading webinar. Now I'm actually going to be doing, so any guys who have subscribed, you can join the live trading webinars on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm going to have a session Tuesday afternoon as well. So basically you are watching me trade live, real money, okay? Real money. And you know what? In a live trading webinars, and you see, it's not a demo account, it's a live real money account, okay? Lots of guys out there, they actually teach you with a demo account, okay? We don't do that, yeah? No, I really don't have a monthly plan for this, unfortunately, yeah? Okay, I think I've basically covered everything here. Okay, guys, look, thanks a lot for coming here. Really appreciate. I mean, the weather is really fantastic out there. Me personally, I've been under lockdown for 3 weeks now. Hardly seen any outside human beings. Missing my family a lot. Missing my granddaughter, who is now 2 months old. Haven't seen her for a month now. But yeah, I do go out for walks, and gosh, it's eerie silence out there. You can hardly hear anything. But you have to be careful. Okay, guys, God bless wherever you're in the world. Enjoy, stay safe, and stay indoors. God bless and happy trading. Goodbye.